We were in Osaka, Japan, visiting Capcom for our Street Fighter 6 cover story from a couple months ago. While we were there, we were like, hey, it would be a huge mistake if we didn't try to visit Super Nintendo World. Once we got in, it was like beautiful. Like, it's a really nice park. So as you emerge, like, off to your left, you have like the Piranha Plant, you have kind of Bowser's Castle left center.
Yeah.
Straight away center, you have Mount Beanpole. We won't need more than an hour or two.
No, yeah.
I think like 10:30 or 11 at that point.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because you said like 1 or 2 hours. We ended up spending 6 hours
at Super Nintendo World.
Nintendo World. Right there on the left when you walk in is the station that sells wristbands. The wristbands are integral to the whole AR game.
Yeah, you should drop like the extra, what is it, like 30, 35, 40 bucks to get a wristband. And like there's just like these like rubber wristbands with a character logo on the top. So like I got Mario, you got Luigi.
Yeah.
That opens up a whole world of possibilities for you. So I would say the main event for those wristbands though is the boss battle. You have to collect 3 coins or 3 keys that you can do through one of 5 mini games you can take part in.
There was the mini game where we went inside the cave and it kind of shrunk us down, and we
So
had
it's
to
collecting like the fragments of the bomb. There was like the wall where you had to like solve the puzzle where we were playing with the kids.
Yeah. So there's like a puzzle on the wall and it's a touch screen, and we're just desperately trying to like solve the puzzle, which there weren't really clear instructions, I feel like, on that mini game.
Well, maybe there were, but we just don't speak Japanese. So.
Yeah, that's true. The third one was there is a green shell passing through this T-shaped block. In the middle of the block is a pipe that goes upwards, and you have to time it right where you're hitting the button. And if you time it right, then the shell will go upwards and hit the key, and you get the key for that one. I failed that one.
That was the one you failed, yeah. Then there are 2 others. There's one where there's a Goomba that's kind of balancing on like a rotating platform, and you have to like hand crank. And it feels like that one's not going to make the leap to the U.S. I feel like. So I feel like there's like a way you could like pull your shoulder out of the socket. To
and you get like the momentum kind of like, it's like, am I doing this, or is it just like...
I feel like somebody's gonna knock their teeth out. And in Japan, it won't be a big deal, but in the US, it'll be a massive lawsuit.
It'll be like a $3,000
$3,000, come on.
visit.
So you need 3 keys to face the final boss, but we'll talk about that later.
So you went and rode Yoshi's Island?
Yoshi's Island Adventure, maybe?
That sounds right.
Well, it starts off on the ground, and like you can walk around, and like there's things you can interact with. Like you can hit coins on some of the areas, or you can like get like a Yoshi egg. Toadette is like comes out and like talks to you, which is kind of cool while you're waiting in line. And then you get to the top, and everybody gets in a Yoshi cart. Kamek is in there. Like you go into like this little tunnel, and like there's baby Mario riding a Yoshi, and like there's baby Peach in there. And Kamek's flying around, and then there's this whole like, it's a very slow moving, I hesitate to even call it a ride, honestly. It's not a thrill ride by any stretch. It moves about as slow as I would walk, like at my slowest pace.
Yeah.
It's more of like a guided tour of like, hey, check out some cool animatronics.
So you got out of Yoshi's Adventure, and we went to Canopio's Cafe, right?
Yeah, so when we got in there, all right, so we can choose small or we could choose big. So,
Be quick.
I feel like it's always it's a trick to go to the big one. Oh, extra light.
Shea, are you excited?
I am thrilled. I can't wait for this food to come out here. I'm bummed they didn't have Princess Peach's cake, but I think the rest of it's gonna make up for it. All right, so first up we have King Bowser's hamburger steak with bread or rice. Next up we have the teriyaki chicken and superstar rice. It smells delicious, by the way. I just noticed it when I pulled it in. It smells incredible. And then last of the main courses, here we have the Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl with mushroom tomato sauce. on the dessert front, we have the goal pole cake.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. It got an oh my god.
Yeah. That's phenomenal.
We have the question block tiramisu.
Good.
It's like a raspberry, or is it strawberry? I think it's strawberry, actually. That is super good.
After we left Toad's Cafe, we went up to Bowser's Castle. Here.
Yes, so you enter into the mouth of Bowser, because the castle's shaped after him, and then you walk past the giant stone statue.
Yeah, and you have to walk up these huge steps too. After Bowser's Castle, we began doing the Bowser Jr.
Yeah, the Bowser Jr. Challenge, which is those 5 mini games that we talked about. So we went over and they were like, hey, like, how do we get in here? And they're like, oh, you need to collect 3 coins, or 3 keys. So we went and did that. And like, we walked through like Bowser Jr.'s workshop. There's like paintings and statues of him as you're walking through. They give you a lot of really cool stuff to look at while you're waiting. As soon as the session starts, Bowser Jr.'s flying over in the clown car, and he's dropping stuff down, and like he'll shoot fireballs at you, and you have to like wave to swat them away or swat them back at him.
Yeah.
Even. And then like Bullet Bill will come across, and you have to duck.
Yeah.
And if you get hit by any of this stuff, you actually shrink. Your shadow shrinks,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And you have to jump in order to hit an item box that comes down if you shrink.
Yeah. Overall, I thought that was a big highlight of Super Nintendo World. We went to the casino.
Yeah, they had the slot machine like that.
Yeah,
you get at,
Brian
like,
was in the mood to play some slots.
Yeah, and of course, you know, I'm good at timing things, so I got all 3 of the ones that I wanted. There was a group, or a couple that lined up perfectly, because like you're supposed to do them individually,
Yeah.
and there were just 2 people who like stood like this,
Yeah.
and they went 1, 2, 3, 3, and they got all of them. I was like, that's a really smart tactic for that. Yeah, it was just an unbelievable time, and then we exited out, and it was like, oh god, I don't want to leave. But like night had fallen at that point, like the sun had gone down, and the blue skies had turned basically like navy blue.
Yeah.
And it felt so cool to like have we experienced the daytime and the nighttime of Super Nintendo
We
World.
experienced a full day in the world of Mario. Well, that was our trip to Super Nintendo World. We hope you enjoyed it. Shea, thank you for joining me. Thanks for doing all the legwork to get us to Super Nintendo World. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the video, subscribe on YouTube, and go check out our Street Fighter cover story. That's what we went to Japan for. We got a lot of great videos on the channel that you can go and watch.
And also, you don't have to go to Osaka to experience Super Nintendo World, because in 2023, it's opening up in Hollywood.
Oh, that's great.